What is up, guys? I hope you are as ridiculously psyched as I am right now, because we are going to be playing Dark Souls. Start to finish Dark Souls. Alright, listen. This is going to be my very first walkthrough, okay? So, what that means is that this is going to be an informative playthrough, not a Let's Play, which I normally do. I have tons of Let's Plays. Go check them out on my channel. Link right here. Oh, magical. It's right there. Anyway, we're going to be starting a new game. So now, here we are on the character select screen. Just before I do this, let me explain a few things. This game was made by From Software. It is a Japanese RPG, and it is incredible. It's a really great game. And it's not thick with plot either, so don't expect there to be long cutscenes and drawn out dialogue or anything like that. This game is pure action and fighting and combat and managing your stats. Like, that's not a huge part of it, but it is a part of it, and I thought it was worth mentioning. Just check the recording. Alright, so we're going to start off with the class. We're going to talk about classes. Okay, this is the warrior class right here. This is the standard warrior class. It's, I don't have all the information up with me. I wish I did, because this is supposed to be informative. But basically, this is a high starting dexterity and strength build. If you want to be able to use strength, is the second. No, well, it's down there in those stats. It's right underneath endurance, on the left panel there. Basically, what strength is it early on it determines what weapons you can wield, but later on it determines how much damage you do with those weapons. And dexterity is pretty much similar. It's essentially the same. You know, bows use dexterity. I believe katanas use dexterity. You know, so it's just a different stat for different weapons, but they help you scale the damage on those weapons. So this is the knight class, and I believe this is the class that I'm going to be choosing. Is the knight class. It is, it's got high vitality, which is your HP, and it's got the best starting armor. So if you look at all these other classes here, if it would load, yeah, they got semi-decent armor. This knight has the best starting armor in the game. Yeah. So that means that they have a lot of poise starting off, which means you can take hits without being staggered as much. That's what poise means in this game. This is the Wanderer class. I don't know a whole lot about this class because I've never really looked it up, but it wields a curved sword, which is the scimitar, which is good if you want to make a special sword later on, which I'll be talking about. So this is a high dexterity build as well. It starts off with 14 dexterity. That's pretty good. This is the thief class. I'm not going to spend too long on this. So this is the thief class. It is pretty much similar to every other thief class in every other RPG. It's got a dagger to start with. And it has this is an important thing. It has the master key. What that is it's an ability, or a physical key really, that lets you unlock special doors within the game that you wouldn't normally be able to unlock without the key. But that's not a huge advantage to start off with it, but it is worthy of a consideration. This is the bandit class. They start off with the spider shield, which is actually a really decent shield for early on, and you can later level it up. I've seen some pretty high level people still using the spider shield, so don't underestimate this class. They start off with this heavy battle axe. It's a pretty decent weapon starting off, and they got this light leather armor, I believe it is. This is the hunter class. It's a high dexterity build. Yeah, 14 dexterity, and they're weak to magic, and they don't have an amazing amount of vitality, which is your HP, but they do start off with a bow at the beginning, a short bow, so that's something to consider. Sorcerer is your standard mage, character, um, yeah, you can use sorceries from the get-go, I believe. This is the Pyromancer. This is my first character's class because I thought it was BA, and it really is. They come with a hand axe, which does a decent amount of damage end game. End game. No, at the beginning of the game. Let me just see how long this has been going. 5 minutes. That's not bad. This is the little shield they have. It's a cracked round shield, I believe it's called. They have some pretty light armor. Now here's the thing that's notable about these guys. These guys start off at level 1. See, all these other characters start at level 4, 5, 6, you know. This guy starts off at level 1. So that means you could balance out your stats a bit better, if you so wished. And it costs less. See, the more that you level up, the more souls, that's just the main currency of the game, the more souls it costs to level up, and we'll talk about that later. So anyway, but basically this guy's main thing is he can throw fireballs from the get-go, and it's not exclusive to this class, just like sorcery is not exclusive to the sorcerer's class, you know. None of this stuff is exclusive, it just means that you can get these things from the beginning of the game. Okay, so this is the cleric class. This is another sort of mage character you could play. They cast miracles. What miracles are is, think of it like sorceries could be sort of, sorceries are like magic straight from a catalyst, you know? So it's basically like a wand type of magic. Well, clerics, they do, I don't know how to say it, but they have different things that they can do. They have a healing miracle. I know that there is lots of different kinds of miracles. I don't know. I don't play these characters, so I really am sorry that I couldn't tell you more about them. But there will be a link in the description to the Dark Souls wiki, where you could read more about these characters and other things as well. And this is the Deprived class. I don't know what to say about this. Basically, for if you want a challenge. Honestly, these guys are just for people. Don't pick this guy if it's your first playthrough. Never played Demon Souls, which is the predecessor to this game. Don't pick this guy. Okay, it's just an unnecessary challenge for you. I mean, this game will destroy you if you pick this character starting on, you know, because you start off with essentially nothing, no good armor whatsoever, a terrible shield, and a little club. I mean, it's a bad character to start with if you have no idea how to play this game. But hopefully after you watch these tutorials / walkthroughs, you will be able to play this game quite well. And in case you are wondering, I have a Pepsi in a bottle, not a bottle, a glass. So let's get right into this. I'm gonna pick the knight class. The gender male. I'll leave the name till later because I'll have to come up with something. The gift. What this is basically a special ability for you to start off with in the game. This is the goddess's blessing. It divine holy water fully. Okay, so it gives you an item in the beginning of the game that fully restores your HP and stamina. A black firebomb is just a better version of a regular firebomb that you start off with in your inventory. Twin humanities. We'll talk about humanities later and what they mean as an item and what they mean as a currency, but you start off with 2 of these in the item form when you begin the game. Binoculars, you can start off with a pair of binoculars in your inventory. However, I am going to be going to pick up those binoculars in about a couple minutes, so it's not an incredibly useful gift. Pendant, I have no idea what this is for. I think you could trade it to a certain character later for something else, but this is the master key. This is the key this is probably the most useful out of all these gifts. Tiny Being's Ring, this slightly increases your HP. It's a ring you can use. Old Witch's Ring, it has no obvious effect. What it really does is it lets you communicate with a character later on in the game that you would not usually be able to communicate with and hear her dialogue, but that's about it. No special thing. So I'm going to choose the master key. Physique, this is, I'm just going to customize my character a bit. I'll just blow through this. I'm not going to do anything specific. So last time I chose a very large. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe I should do tiny head, top heavy. No, I think I'll just do uh, average. That sounds good. Face. I'm not going to go into incredible detail, but these are the different customization options that you have. I'll choose this guy because he looks like Captain Sparkles. Hair. Um, yeah, not great choices of hair, to be honest. Um, I am playing a knight, so I think I should have knightly looking hair. It's not really knightly looking, to be honest, but whatever. So those are the colors you could change to. I'll just pick that. And this character is not a representation of myself in real life, so don't even get that idea. I'll enter a name. F. I don't know. Geez. Uh, 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 uh. I don't know. Oh my god, this sucks. I don't have a name. I don't have a name for the character. I'm looking around my room desperately right now. Uh, uh. Oh, here we go. Here we go. No, don't make a space. D-A-N-H-A. Stop making spaces. A-M-M. Balls, I missed it. E-R. Where's F? Here. F-I-S-T. Dan Hammerfist. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. And you could go into further customization with the face and all this crap, but not necessary. Okay. Okay to start this game with the character. Yes. So here we go with the introductory cutscene, and I will shut up now.
The world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arched trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity, heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then from the dark they came.
I'm just going to take my headset off so you can hear this better.
Lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the day.
Look at that, dude. Jesus.
The witch of Izalith and her daughters of chaos. Gwyn, the lord of sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten.
Alright.
With the strength of lords,
This is pretty epic.
the dragons.
Look at this crap.
Mighty lords peeled apart their stone scales. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease, and seethed the scaleless betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more.
can't tell me that that wasn't epic.
age of fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers. When man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark side.
Alright, guys. That was the intro. Wasn't that epic? That was epic as hell. That's the first time I've ever even watched that. And if you'd excuse me, I need to adjust my headset because it's bothering me. Anyway, here we are in the game. We're going to start. This is the first section of the game, which is called the Undead Asylum.
Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world.
Oh, look who's in that cell. Oh my god, it's that guy.
Is your fate.
Oh god, look at that rat. Get out of here, you little bastard. So we just sitting there. Look, another night. Wonder who that is. No, seriously, I have no idea who that is. And let me turn the volume down drastically. Let me turn it up a bit. Alright, guys. This is the beginning of the game. And right here, you see where that knight dropped down this corpse? We will pillage that corpse. And we got a dungeon cell key. Whoa. Wonder what that's for. Anyway. First thing we have, starting off, as I said, the knight gear. This is pretty good starting gear. And what we have in our hands right here is the remnants of a sword, which has basically been broken. It's a broken sword. That's literally what it's called. Straight sword hilt. Oh, well, it's broken. That's the point. It's not even a real sword. It's the broken remains of a sword. So this is our armor so far. Knight helm, knight armor, knight gauntlets, knight leggings. And we don't have anything. We have nothing. Except this. This is nothing to pay attention to right now. So we are a very low character right now. Very low level. Let me just fix the mic. Anyway, so we use the key to unlock our cell. Now let me explain what this is here. This is a message now on the ground. Now, in the initial starting area, these messages are left by the developers to help you get a feel for the controls. And see, that one just said R1 to attack, and you have this guy right here to demonstrate that on. So as you can see, this weapon is not terribly effective, and whoa, who's that? Yeah, that is something we don't want to mess with right now. In fact, I wouldn't want to mess with that. That guy, I just now took that dude on in my old character, my first character, not too long ago. And he still kicked my ass. So, yeah. Not a good idea. Not a good sign. And this is something I wasn't aware of. You actually start off in the over-encumbered state. Now what this is when you carry too much gear, just like in other RPGs, you become over-encumbered. So What that means is it does decrease your ability to run. You run a bit slower, but the main thing is the most important thing is it really severely cripples your ability to excuse me, your ability to roll. See, right now I'm doing this little half-assed roll. That looks like I just got about 100 pounds on my shoulder and I'm just flinging myself on it. Yeah, and you would see if I would take this stuff off. Yeah, not only do I run faster, I also do, well, that's a jump. I also do rolls a lot faster. So that's how, this is the maximum amount of speed you could possibly get because I have absolutely nothing. Well, actually, if I did unequip the sword, but that's not worth it. It wouldn't be much faster. So this is what it would look like normally. And this is not a good state to be in. So I'm going to work on upgrading my carrying capacity. So basically, as I was saying, these messages left on the ground are from the developers. However, a big multiplayer feature is that players can use a special item to leave those messages on the ground, and they have certain text. They can't just write anything like "Your mom was awesome last night" or something like that. It's predetermined text that they choose from, and these messages can be used to help you out or completely troll you. But either way, it's a really cool multiplayer feature. But let me just clarify if I wasn't clear enough this time. These messages left on the ground are from the developers. Later on, once we get out of this tutorial area, the messages will be left by the players. Now what we did there was we lit a bonfire. Bonfires are like your checkpoints in this game. Or your save, well, not really your save points, but it does save when you rest at bonfires, so you could call them save points. Later on, they will allow you to upgrade your stats, to level up, and you can get, certain abilities. You can gain certain abilities, like to, upgrade your weapons and your armors that you wouldn't normally be able to do without using a blacksmith, but you'd have to buy those things. So anyway, let's go through here, see what's good. See what's good. Now, this is something you want to really take note of right here. What I'm about to do, you need to make sure you do this on your first playthrough. Otherwise, you will get jacked up. Now, watch this. I see, oh, this is real nice. Oh, God, hello. So I'm just going to go, and I'm going to leave. You just run through that door. See right there? He came real close to messing me up. That would have looked bad on the tutorial. On the walkthrough. Only about 22 minutes we've been playing this. Not bad.